ICE officer identified in fatal Minneapolis shooting as 10-year veteran previously injured in line of duty. Minneapolis. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) officer who fatally shot a woman during a targeted enforcement operation in South Minneapolis on Wednesday has been identified as Jonathan Ross. The identification comes as local and federal officials continue to clash over the circumstances of the shooting that has sparked widespread protests and political tension across the state. The officer's history. According to reports from Fox 9, Jonathan Ross is a 10-year veteran of the ICE Enforcement and Removal Operations (ERO) Special Response Team. This is not the officer's first high-profile encounter involving a moving vehicle. In June 2025, Ross was seriously injured during an attempted arrest in Bloomington, Minnesota. Court documents reveal that during that incident, a suspect accelerated while Ross's arm was trapped inside the vehicle, dragging him for approximately 50 yards. The encounter left Ross with multiple large lacerations that required 33 stitches to close. Vice President J.D. Vance addressed Ross's history on Thursday, stating that the officer deserves a debt of gratitude for his service and citing the physical toll of his previous injuries as context for his actions during Wednesday's fatal encounter. Conflicting accounts of the shooting. The shooting occurred around 9:30 a.m. Wednesday at the intersection of East 34th Street and Portland Avenue. The victim, identified as 37-year-old Renee Good, was a mother of 3 and a U.S. citizen. The Department of Homeland Security (DHS) has labeled the incident an act of domestic terrorism, claiming that Good weaponized her vehicle and attempted to run over federal agents. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem defended the agent, stating he fired defensive shots to protect himself and his fellow officers. However, witness accounts and bystander videos have painted a different picture. Footage circulating on social media appears to show Good's red Honda Pilot turning away from the officers in an attempt to leave the scene before the shots were fired. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey has been vocal in his criticism of the federal narrative, calling the self-defense claim bullshit, and demanding that ICE leave the city immediately. Investigation and local fallout. The investigation into the shooting has further strained relations between local and federal law enforcement. While the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension (BCA) typically handles officer-involved shootings, federal authorities have announced that the FBI will lead the investigation. Critically, the BCA will reportedly not have access to the primary case materials, a move that Governor Tim Walz suggested could make it difficult to achieve a fair outcome. In response to the shooting and subsequent protests, Minneapolis public schools canceled classes for Thursday and Friday, out of an abundance of caution. The incident marks a volatile start to what DHS describes as the largest ever immigration enforcement operation in the region, an initiative that has seen over 2,000 federal agents deployed to the Twin Cities.